All right. We're gonna do some leash walking. You're gonna see both of my dogs here with me, but I'm gonna primarily do it with Mojo. Normally she's on a harness, but I'm doing it with a collar to do more with her because she's not used to walking on a collar as much. So we'll be able to see more training with her. And I'm gonna do some showing you the heel with her, and then some leash walking, some loose leash, getting her to stay by my side. And then you may see Jackson coming in as a distraction and want to participate. I am going to have some treats in my hand, and I'm also going to have her on my right side. Jackson, off. So you'll see me just keeping her on my right side, choosing that's the side that I want her to stay on. It's always a good way to pick a side that you want your dog to stay on. All right, here we go, Mojo. Ready? All right. I know, Jackson. All right. Right here. No, no jumping. Yes. All right. Heel. Heel. Yes. Mojo. Heel. Yes. So, no jumping. If your dog's gonna jump to try to get the treat, it means you have it too high, okay? So you wanna wait a couple seconds. Yes, good job. I'll give you 1, 2 figures down. So when you're doing training, if your dog's jumping and trying to get the treat, that means it's too high. So I'll give you an example. I'm doing this. I'm trying to move her in and she's trying to get the treat. But if I do this and I move her into position like this, like a backward J, then she stays down, okay? So I'm gonna step forward. She follows me. Yes, good job. This is the end result that you're gonna aim to get in the future. We're gonna turn. Yes. Yes, good girl. Right? Take a step. Yes, good job. Mojo, heel. Yes, good girl. Now they know I have the treats in this pocket, so that's unfortunate. We want to try to get them out of that. Yes, good girl. So if you need to move your dog into a heel, I like to do what I call the backward J, and just to kind of move them into position. Another way you can do it, touch. Yes, Jackson does it automatically. Touch. No jumping. Yes, good job. If your dog knows touch, you can do a touch. Yes, good job. And move them into position like that as well. Okay, so you'll want to step back. Wait for it. Yes, good girl. No biting. Take a step. Yes. If that's acceptable to you, sometimes I like them in my general position, general diameter for heel. So I'm going to move her in. No, too high. Over here. Yes. So you see how I moved her a little bit closer. I did a lure. So then I can step back. Heel. Yes, good girl. No jumping. Try again. So I'm going to step forward a little bit. Heel. Heel. No jumping. She's very excited with treats. She's very food motivated. Heel. Yes. Good girl. Jackson, heel. Yes. Good boy. Good job. So these are a couple of the basics. I'm going to do a follow-up with just Mojo. Okay, so now it's just going to be me and Mojo doing some leash walking. I put Jackson inside. See, it's very excited, but you got to see it. It's like with 2 dogs, and now we're just going to do Mojo. All right, you ready, Mojo? So I'm luring her into position. Yes, good job. And I'm gonna count and wait for that before I give her the treat. I'm putting the treat behind my back so she can't see it and not as focused on that as doing what I want her to do. Heel. Yes. Good job. Yes. Good girl. So you'll find what's helpful is if your dogs don't see the treat. If they see the treat, they're just going to become focused on that and they're going to generalize, okay, anytime I do this. But if you keep the treats out of sight in your other hand or behind your back, then you're going to get more productivity and efficiency in them understanding and not so much reliability as far as, okay, there's the treat and then I'm going to do it for the treat. We want them to know they're getting rewarded. We want them to be rewarded for what they're doing, but not become relying on it and only do it when they see the treat. If that makes sense. Okay. Heel. Yes. Good girl. Good job. Heel. Yes. So I'm going to pet her because I want to show you without giving the treat, even though I do have a treat in my left hand and not in my right. Touch. No jumping. And I'm going to count to 5. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi before giving her a reward / treat. Yes. Good girl. And the reason why I do that is because I like to wait 5 seconds if they've been jumping before giving them the treat. All right. I'm going to step back. So I'm going to show you moving her into position for her heel. All right, are you ready? I don't have a treat in my hand, so I'm just going to do it as if you've moved past the luring and you're moving them into position with your hand and you're going to reward with your other hand, okay? So this is my moving into position hand and this is my rewarding hand. Hey, Mojo, look at me. There you go. Yes, good job, good girl, good job. Yes, good job. Good girl. Step back. I'm gonna wait, see if she does what I want her to do. You can do it? Yes, this is a good girl. So I wanted to see and wait and see if she would do the heel without me asking her to do it. And this is the end result, what you want to go for, but I mean, let's not, go to 8th grade before we've gotten to 1st grade, right? So we're just teaching them the heel before we can get them to understand, okay, this is what you're going to do every single time, right? So, and she knows heel. She knows what heel means. She knows leash walking. She knows all this stuff. All right, so we're going to stop. She's looking at my hand to see if I have anything in it, and I don't. My treat is in my left hand, and I think this is my last couple treats. Let me see if I can. All right, so I'm going to move her into position with my no treat in my hand. Okay, ready? Moving her. Oops, that's me. Try again. Moving. Try again. All right, so we're going to move. Yes. Good job. Yes. Good job. And I'm not telling her to sit. I'm not telling her to do anything. I'm either going to tell her to heel, or I'm going to tell her, or I'm just going to wait for her to do the position, or I'm going to do touch. I try to refrain from doing sit because sit is a different behavior. Heel is what we're asking them to do outside. Heel is the goal usually. And so this is how I would do heel. This is the kind of the beginning steps of heel and then moving on to leash walking. So those are kind of my beginning steps for you.